Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over a free hit draft for double game week 22. So if you are excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 35 likes. Leave a comment. Are you activating your free hit chip this week, or are you not too happy about those fixtures? Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, this is the free hit team that I have come up with, and honestly, putting this together, like, I was 100% sold on activating my free hit this week because my team is just not in the best place. But building this draft was quite difficult. Like, the fixtures are generally not that good, and it's kind of put me off using my free hit a little bit. Again, your team might be in a completely different position than mine is. I've only got 3 double game week players, and then I've also got like 2 City players who are playing Chelsea, and I've also got a couple Liverpool players. There's a lot of information going around on the internet right now about certain Liverpool players isolating. I think 7 first team City players are isolating. Like, there's a lot of information going around. So, you know, if a lot of my team are confirmed to be isolating and, you know, won't be playing in the next game, then of course I will activate my free hit. But if all my team is fine to play, I generally might not activate my free hit because, again, the fixtures are not that good. Anyway, in goal we have Bachmann and De Gea. So again, Bachmann is the backup keeper. Foster might be back. He's got a 50% chance of playing. I actually watched the Foster vlog and he said that he should be back in a couple of weeks or a few weeks or something. So I feel like Bachmann will play this double game week, and then after that Foster will be back. But he is just the backup keeper anyway. So if Foster does play, you know, you've still got your main keeper anyway in De Gea. But Bachmann does have some nice fixtures, Newcastle and Burnley, which obviously is quite nice. But Watford cannot keep a clean sheet to save their lives. So I don't think it's the most important thing getting in a Watford keeper or a backup keeper. It should be okay. But we do have De Gea as our main goalkeeper, who does have Villa away, and then he also has Brentford away as well. So 2 away games, 2 tough games as well. Villa Park is difficult to go to, especially with all the news now that they have signed Coutinho, which is obviously a massive lift for the club. And then Brentford also a tough place to go to as well. We all saw what they did to Arsenal on the first game of the season. But yeah, I've gone with De Gea anyway. There are other options, like there's Lloris. You could even go with Kepa as well, because obviously Mendy's gone off to AFCON. But of course, Chelsea don't have the best fixtures. They've got City away, and then they've got Brighton away, which again isn't the greatest. I mean, if you get a penalty, then, you know, your eyes light up, because Kepa's obviously really good at saving penalties. But yeah, Kepa is an option if you are on a free hit and you do want to bring in, you know, a little bit of a differential. But I think most people will be going for De Gea on a free hit. There might be the odd couple going for Schmeichel as well. Could be going for Lloris, like I say. But yeah, Schmeichel does have some nice fixtures at Burnley away and Spurs at home. So, you know, it is generally, like I say, the options are not very good with this double game week. The fixtures aren't great. So yeah, again, kind of put me off using my own free hit. But they're my goalkeepers for this free hit team. At the back we have Alonso, Thomas, Telles, Cathcart, I think I got that right, and then also Reguilon as well. This is a full double game week team, by the way. You could instead have the likes of Jota instead of Mount, or you could have like Trent in this team as well. But it's generally just with double game week players. I think that obviously there are certain players that have a single game week that will outscore players. Like, I think that Trent is probably going to outscore Telles this week, or Thomas this week, or something like that, even though he only has 1 game. But at the same time, it's just for double game week players if you are just fully going for it. But I know a lot of people that will be activating their free hit will still have single game week players, just because they're really, really good options. These are just all players that have got a double game week. So yeah, Alonso, you don't have to worry about those blanks because you are playing your free hit. I'm not a fan of these fixtures at all, like City away and then Brighton away, with how bad Chelsea have been. But we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, Alonso, with the likes of Reece James being injured, Chilwell being injured, you know, Alonso should play both games, even though it's not the greatest fixtures. You know, Chelsea defenders are still okay, I guess. You could go with Rudiger if you wanted to, but I think Alonso is a lot more attacking. We also have Thomas as well, who, you know, will most likely play. He has played the last, how many games? I don't even know, but quite a few. He's very, very cheap. He's a really nice enabler at 4.3. Leicester are not very good at keeping a clean sheet at the moment to save their lives, but, you know, he's 4.3. He'll probably be on your bench. You're most likely going to play Alonso, Telles, and Reguilon. or maybe Alonso, Thomas, and Reguilon, really. But I put Telles in this team as well. Luke Shaw is suspended until January the 22nd, I do believe. So Telles will play, but again, will he play both games? A little bit unsure. He could go someone a little bit more safe, like Varane, or Wan-Bissaka if you really wanted to. But yeah, Telles is just in the team just because there's not that many options. There really isn't. Like, I've only got £1 million left in the bank. I'd kind of try and work Trent into this team, but if you've got two, like, big players like Ronaldo and Kane, and also you got the likes of Son, it is hard to get Trent into this team, who is now like 8.4 mil. I think the highest price defender ever was like John Terry or something, who was like 9 mil at one point. Way before I was playing FPL, but I saw that on online or something, which was kind of crazy. But yeah, Trent is making his way up there with 8.4, and he will just keep rising for the end of the season. He could hit 9 mil if he gets a few more returns, but yeah, we've gone with Telles there as well. Cathcart, again, just another enabler. Does have some nice fixtures, but again, Watford just... wait, do I have... I have 4 Watford players right now. Oh my god. Okay, let's just get Steele. Jesus, I only just realized that. I wasn't even paying attention. When I saw the red bar up there, I thought it just meant that I didn't have enough funds. That's embarrassing. Okay, I've just put Steele in. You have 1.3 in anyway. You have enough to get another keeper in. Let's just say, I'm trying to think of it. Let's just put Schmeichel in for the time being. But that, Jesus, that is very embarrassing, my lord. I do apologize. Right, let's just get Schmeichel in. Okay, there we have. And now I've got too many Leicester players. Just put anyone you want in there. It doesn't even matter. You've got 1.3. You could bring Lloris in, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just think that he's a double game week player. That's so embarrassing. I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought that was just a red bar about my funds, but yeah, never mind. It doesn't really matter. It's not a huge problem. But yeah, Cathcart, again, just another enabler. Has, again, 2 good fixtures, but also Watford cannot keep a clean sheet. Reguilon, I think, is a really nice option. He has been playing okay lately. You know, Spurs did get demolished by Chelsea midweek, which, again, is another reason that kind of put me off the free hit, because this is tripling up on Spurs. But yeah, Arsenal and then Leicester as well. I think Leicester will be a really good game for Spurs, and I think that is where, if you are captaining the likes of Son or Kane, I think that is where they will definitely come good. And again, the London derby is a good game as well, but I mean, Arsenal are just in the form of their life right now, and I just think they will have Spurs. I think they will beat them. I think it'll be like a 2-0 or something to Arsenal. So yeah, I'm not really expecting big things from that game. But that's the back line. Again, would most likely be playing Alonso, Telles, and Reguilon, or Alonso, Thomas, and Reguilon, or something like that. In midfield, this is a 3-4-3, by the way, if that wasn't clear. In midfield, we have Son, Sissoko, Maddison, Mount, and Lookman. Sissoko, just another enabler. Again, 3 Watford players on this draft. Like, honestly, there is not that many options. Like, honestly, if I go to the free hit thing here, the double game week with Fantasy Football Scout, Brentford, Brighton, Burnley, Chelsea, Leicester, Man United, Spurs, Watford. Like, generally, the fixtures just aren't. They're just not good. Like, you could bring in some more Brighton players, but they've got Chelsea. I guess at the back, you could probably bring in a Brighton player instead of Cathcart if you really, really wanted to. You could bring in someone like Cucurella. Let me just have a look at him real quick. Let me go to Brighton. Again, this is very much just a mix and match kind of team. You do have the money for him, 0.5. So you could bring him in if you really wanted to, but he does have Chelsea in that. But he does have Crystal Palace, so that might be a little bit of a better option if you really wanted to. But yeah, like I say, the fixtures just aren't that good. So yeah, Son's in there. Sissoko is an enabler. Maddison should be fit. I think Brendan Rodgers did say he was okay. I think it's just going to keep that muscle injury there until the game is played against Everton later on down the line. But yeah, he should be fine. Mount is in this team as well. Again, will he even play? I don't know. Werner's back now. They've got a couple of players back. I think Havertz is out with like a twisted finger or something. I didn't actually see the injury. I saw him say like online though, thanks to everyone reaching out about his twisted finger. I didn't actually see what happened because I didn't watch the game. But yeah, I don't know if he's out or whatever. But Mount is in this team just because. But again, I guess you could have Jota if you really wanted to. You know, he's around the same price. So yeah, Jota could also be a decent option there. And then we have Lookman as well. Lookman most likely will play. I mean, obviously he hasn't played that much recently, like 0. Well, he hasn't played Everton yet, but 34.90. But you also got to think like the Everton, like there's just no Leicester players. Like a lot of them are injured. A lot of them gone off to AFCON. Like they just don't have any options. So yeah, Lookman should be playing with Maddison, and I think the fixtures are okay for them. But at the end of the day, again, feel like a broken record and saying the same thing over and over again, but the fixtures are generally just not that good. So yeah, Maddison and then Lookman. And then up top we have Ronaldo, King, and Kane. So Ronaldo, again, another captaincy choice if you do have him this week. Villa, then Brentford, but again, could blank him those games. United are all over the place right now. Honestly, if they're going to do well against Villa, I'm not really too sure. And then again, Brentford is a tough game as well. But he is the GOAT. He is Cristiano Ronaldo. Hopefully he does get a few returns. I think he's got like 4 goals and something in the last 6 games. I think it's like 4 goals and an assist in the last game. 1 goal, 2 goal, 3, 4. Yeah, so in the last 6, he's got 4 goals and 1 assist. So it's not bad at all. So he is just ticking over, even though, you know, United are not playing very well. I've gone with King over Dennis just because I feel like he's a little bit more nailed at the moment. Just simply because Dennis did come off at half time. João Pedro came on. He is on penalties as well. Dennis is obviously in much better form, but just because King is, you know, like I say, less of a minutes risk on penalties, I've just decided to go for him. All 3 of these strikers are on penalties, which is quite nice because we've got Kane as well. Again, Kane, another tricky one. He's not really done that much this season, but loves playing against Arsenal, loves playing against Leicester. He's found a little bit of form, you know, he scored a couple in his last like 3 games. So we'll have to see if he carries that little bit of form on. But yeah, that's the free hit draft. I'm really not, like, as I've gone through it as well, I'm really not convinced by it. And there's really not that many things you can change either. Like, yeah, you can triple up on Spurs, you can triple up on United, you can triple up on Leicester. I mean, Chelsea players, like, I've got 2 of those in the draft. Like, Brighton, I've not really got that many players in for Crystal Palace at home and Chelsea at home. And you could bring in some more players there. I mean, Brentford players you'd probably want to stay away from with Liverpool away and then Man United at home. And then Watford, we've tripled up on Watford as well. Like, it's just, I don't know. For a free hit, I wouldn't really want to be tripling up on... well, actually, I haven't tripled up on Watford now. I can bring Backman back in because I took out Cutthroat. So I'll do that just so it looks a little bit more complete. But yeah, the fact that I'm like tripling up on Watford as well is just, I don't know, I'm not convinced about free hitting this week. There's still a lot of time to go. There's a lot more information to come out and stuff that I'm still waiting for. But yeah, I'm not really sure about this free hit draft. And I don't know, it's got all the big names in that you'd kind of want this game week, apart like that are all on double game weeks obviously, but then you're missing a lot of single game week players as well, like the likes of Trent, Jota. You know, there's no City players in this. I know they've got Chelsea at home, but you know, you kind of still always want Cancelo in your team. So yeah, I don't know, I'm not really sure. I'd have to have a massive think about it. But if you are definitely using your free hit, like you have no other choice, you know, this could be some sort of template that you do follow. But either way, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 35. Leave a comment. Are you free hitting? Are you not convinced yet? The fixtures kind of put you off it. Subscribe if you're brand new. That's everything from me though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.